Many of you watching may have found me through this video. Maybe you even noticed it's no longer available on my channel. That was not by choice. My cover of Tequila Sunrise went up on August 17th, and over the next week became my first video to reach 1,000 views within a week. In fact, it did that within 4 days. From that point onward, it started growing exponentially, even becoming the first video of mine to get 1,000 views in 24 hours. Until, on September 12th, I received this email. I was shocked. The video had gotten the same message most of my other videos had from YouTube's Content ID system. Wait, what's that? The basic concept of Content ID is finding the rights holder of a piece of, in this case, music, and giving them the opportunity to decide how to proceed. Usually, the message reads, the rights holder has allowed for this content to be used on YouTube, and they usually take some or all of the revenue the video generates. Other options include demonetizing the video, blocking it in some or all regions of the world, or in the most extreme cases, taking it down and issuing a copyright strike to the offender. The latter option is what happened in my case. At the heart of this decision is the DMCA, or Digital Millennium Copyright Act. More precisely, YouTube could be liable if they do not remove a piece of content that is found in violation immediately. You can appeal, but in my case, that would be rather unlikely to succeed. Without getting too deep into copyright law, I'll try to give a quick overview. There are 2 licensing processes involved here, one for the music and one for the video. The music one is very simple. There's such a thing as a mechanical license, which you can usually pay for through various providers to release a cover on various streaming platforms, physical media such as CD, and various other platforms. These cannot be withheld and are quite inexpensive for small-scale releases. For video though, you need a sync license. And this is where it gets tricky. These are not compulsory and need to be negotiated with the individual rights holders. Going back to my Eagles cover, or any other big name artist for that matter, I would have to contact everyone involved, including the likes of Universal. You and I can both imagine what happens to an email that reads, "Hi, I'm a small YouTuber that wants to do a cover of Tequila Sunrise on my channel. It might get a few thousand views. Can I get a sync license?" For that reason, there's been a sort of quiet understanding between cover artists on YouTube and the music industry. The covers can stay up, and the original artists take most of the revenue. Talking to Josh Turner, whom you likely know, on this subject he told me, "I've posted over 400 covers on my YouTube channel, and this is the only one that has ever been taken down. The one that was taken down refers to Life in the Fast Lane, once again, an Eagles cover. It's likely you've seen that video at some point, though currently it's not available on his channel. That video's journey, though, highlights how arbitrarily some of these rules are enforced. He states, "I posted my Life in the Fast Lane cover in 2013. It was up for several years, accrued about 500,000 views, then was taken down. I didn't receive a strike, but the video couldn't be played anywhere. Then for a stint, it became available again outside North America. It was like that for 2 to 3 years. Then it was back up for about 8 months, then it was taken down everywhere and has remained that way." He's by far not the only YouTuber to be impacted by this. Another example is Charles Berthoud's Hotel California cover, purely played on a fretless bass and not even the full length of the original. It was still taken down, and like me, he received the strike. He talks about it on his own video, which I will leave in the description for you to check out. Hotel California in particular has another recent case attached to it. El Cordova uploaded her cover around a year ago, which got around 1 million views before being taken down. Don't get me wrong, it's not only the Eagles, but their music is by far the biggest source. Rick Beato has published his struggles with blocking over his What Makes This Song Great series. The situation here is a little different as he's using the original songs, but his content should by no means be blocked either, in my opinion. In his view, the original artist benefits from the kind of exposure covers and reactions to their music provide, and I tend to agree. There's also precedent for this scenario. TikTok has proven to the music industry in particular how the use of older songs on the platform can give these songs a new lease on life, with 80's song Running Up the Hill re-entering the charts after being used on the platform. However, I don't mean to make this a clear-cut issue of blocking or even strikes being bad. Creators of all kinds of content need tools to take down re-uploads. They may also want to block attempts to use their content in the context of promotions or political messaging. The real problem is that the only tool available is a sledgehammer, whether to demolish a wall or put up a painting. The sheer influx of content on sites like YouTube is so significant that it is impossible to check everything manually, so either you let it all slide or block all of it. While I still do not understand the arbitrary enforcement as described above, I can see a logic to the concept. There have been attempts at solutions. Ever since my strike, I've been using We Are The Hits, a platform that has a huge catalogue of songs cleared for upload as covers. You cannot license the use of original masters through them, but it's a start. And they even offer revenue splits. It isn't perfect though. Barely 2 weeks after I joined, they had a 6-week upload stop as they were solving issues with YouTube. I also haven't run into another copyright issue, and I can't tell for certain if they can help. Other platforms offer one-time payments, but once again, this does not prevent a claim, it just might help with the appeal. They are also prohibitively expensive if you release covers on a weekly basis. Speaking to Josh Turner, this is his solution. I work with a multi-channel network called Studio 71 that handles the rights and licensing for my cover videos. Usually they clear up any copyright problems and ensure that ad revenue is going to the copyright holders when appropriate. Unfortunately, this likely isn't an option for smaller creators that have yet to build a following. What is really needed is a solution by YouTube itself. At some point, YouTube seems to have had a list of okayed songs, but I can only find traces of it, and I'm not sure how official this ever was. In any case, it's no longer available. To their credit, they seem to be working on a new, maybe more robust solution. Creator music is something that, as of recording this video, is only available to US YouTube partners. So once again, I do not have access to it. From the reading you can do on it, it seems you pay an upfront fee, and in exchange you can keep all the revenue from your video. Whether this works for covers or just for long-form content that includes pieces of licensed music is unclear to me. I'm also unaware of pricing. Lastly, as it's only available to YouTube partners, it once again is not currently viable for smaller channels that have yet to build their audience. Well, what do you propose then? Yeah, that's where it gets tricky. I do not have a perfect solution. Better communication would be a start. With the kind of stats YouTube keeps on everything, I'm sure they know how likely a cover is to be affected. Why not include this information instead of giving me a generic message that we both know is pointless? Furthermore, a system that does not issue strikes for covers, instead just blocking them, would be better. A strike can impact even a big channel very negatively. A failed video is not nearly as bad. Lastly, long term, YouTube should consider offering the kind of service that We Are The Hits is offering natively, giving you the option to mark a song as a cover and checking if it's been cleared with the original rights holder. Content ID, despite what many online articles claim, does not do that. The rights holders can change their minds at any time and issue strikes even for very old videos. The vast majority of takedowns are lose-lose situations. It's not like my cover of Supersonic will impact Oasis negatively in any way. In fact, it's likely to drive traffic to the original version if my cover gets enough eyeballs. And they can even keep the money my cover has generated. Oasis, or in this case Noel Gallagher, seems to have understood that. I haven't seen any issues with covers of theirs being reported. Demonetizing is another fair option, as no one earns from the cover video, and the artist still gets the traffic. Though I do not understand that option personally, there really isn't any upside to it. Takedowns, or blocks, should be reserved for situations in which the original artist could be affected negatively, such as described above. What's your opinion? Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments. Special thanks to Josh Turner for taking the time to answer my questions and being kind enough to let me include his responses in this video.